and welcome back. It's take two for our card this evening. So welcome back. It's Jenny McCormack from Jemini Crafts. I have no idea what happened to the previous Facebook Live, but I'm back. I did finish the first card because I don't like to stop midstream just in case it is carrying on recording. So I'll know that later if it allows me to save the recording, in which case I will update it. So let's see how we get on. So welcome back. And what we're doing this evening, hi Katie, is we're mixing and matching some stamp sets. So this was the card that I made earlier that I finished off. So I stamped the words from Very Versailles, and then the maidenhair fern and the little butterfly from and fern from Positive Thoughts. I then added some dots and things from Forever Fern, and I used a blending brush just to soften the edges for you. So let me just lift that up. And then I added the sentiment on here. So I don't know at what point you were watching because it just seemed to suddenly stop. So I did carry on. This is the inside that I've just stamped with the sentiment from Positive Thoughts, the maidenhair fern and some little dots. So that was my autumn version. Very soft autumn colours. Now I'm going to do a sort of spring version using the same stamp sets, but I'm changing the colours to pinks and purple. So I've got Melon Mambo, I've got Gorgeous Grape and Granny Apple Green, so quite bright, vibrant colours. And I'm going to create a similar card but complete colour change. Let's turn this over. So we'll see how far we get. So for this card I've got a Melon Mambo card base and a Granny Apple Green layer, and then my white layer is to go onto here. Now I may not actually use purple, looking at that, I'll see how we go, but we're definitely going to use the coordinating colours, Melon Mambo and Granny Apple Green. So let us start. So I think I'm going to use this again, but I'm going to pop this up in the centre, and I'm going to use Melon Mambo, but I'm going to stamp it off first. So I'm not going to hang around with this one in case it comes to a grinding halt. So if you are watching live, do say hi. I know Katie's there. So I'm just going to stamp that off and stamp this one more centrally. Maybe slightly higher centre. There we go. So there is our text that's been stamped. And then I'm going to use, let me see, I think I'm going to use this one here. And then this is going to come in from the edges. So I don't want it sort of just standing in the middle. I want it sort of attached to the edge. So I'm going to bring this in Granny Apple Green. There we go. And again, I'm going to test this out on here. and that's fine. Now this is one of those distinctive stamps, so it has a lot of detail built into it. Some beautiful shading. That one there. Like that. If I just bring that up, hopefully you can see that detail in there. And let's add a little bit on here. Like so. Just sort of extend that little bit down, and I'm going to attach this piece to the bottom. Like that. Okay. Now, what I'm thinking is to use this flower, maybe. Let's have a look and see. Hi Tracy, I hope you're well. Looking forward to the weekend as well. So let's see what this looks like in the Melon Mambo. So we're doing our mix and match still. This is the autumn one that I created earlier on. And then I'm doing a sort of spring summer version, so I just want to stamp these. See what they look like. 2 and 3, like so. So it's brought out the definition of that. It's not as clear as this definition. Okay, it's a different stamp set, but I just think it really does work. Clean that off. And then I'm going to add some more of those dots. And I think I'm going to do them in the Melon Mambo, but just stamp them off so they're very light, like so. Just sort of fitting them in between. And let's see if this would work on here. Got a hair attached to it, so I could colour this in. I may not add it in, it just happened to be on the side of my table. Hello Nikki, lovely to have you join us this evening. Okay, so I've got my flowers in there, I've got my text, I've got a little bit of this greenery coming in. On this one here, because it stopped abruptly, I haven't added any bling, but I will add some to that. So all I want for this one now is a nice sentiment, and I could let it go over here. Let me see if I've got any small die cuts that I could use, just in case there's anything small to hand. Probably not. It's this one. I've got a stitch circle there. That might work. It's too big. I've also used a lot of the small ones recently. Okay. So I think I'm going to put my hello on there like I did earlier. Will it fit? Maybe just. I'm going to pick that up. So the way to test whether it fits is to stamp it on the reverse. Does it fit in the stitching? Yes, it does. And that's the nice thing about stamping on a circle, is it doesn't matter where you stamp it, it'll always be, unless you stamp it obviously off, it'll always be in the middle. And I think I'm going to add a little bit of that granny apple green again. A little bit at the bottom. And a little bit at the top, like so. Like that. So that's going to go onto there. And then I'm going to use my pink blending brush. So let's see, it's got some pink on it already. So I'm not going to add any more until I can see what colour is coming out. So again, this is quite pale. I can see it, but I'm not sure that the camera picks this up particularly well. You might if it was next to a piece of white card, I guess. Okay, well, we managed to still be live, which is a bit of a miracle. So just softly, that's always the secret with blending brushes or sponges or sponge daubers, is just a little at a time and build it up. It does take a little bit longer than starting with a darker piece, but personally I just think it gives a really nice effect. So I'm just going to put a little bit in there, like so. So quite different, same stamp sets, but quite a different look. So what I'm actually going to do is take this a little bit darker behind. So that the hello will stand out a little bit more. You can see that. So I was saying earlier, before we were cut off, it's our Let's Get Creative all-day event on Saturday, so I'm really looking forward to that. So tonight and tomorrow evening is all the preparation and setup for that. I'm going to add a little bit of bling and then this will get layered up. So I've stuck to the two colours, Granny Apple Green and Melon Mambo. These are both in our brights range, and if you struggle matching and mixing colours, then Stampin' Up are really good at coordinating colours for you. And we have 4 main colour families. So we have the brights, bright colours as you can see here, the subtles, these are the regals. Then we have neutrals, so the browns, the blacks, the greys, and then we have 2 sets of in colours. And if you struggle, choose a selection from the same colour family, because it's got the right amount of depth of colour in each case. So let's have a look at the bling, and I might put some on here as well. So let's layer this up. So a nice simple card, quite effective, just doing a collage effect. I haven't done a lot of great layering or anything else like that, keeping it nice and simple. only because I've had a busy day and my brain can't cope with anything else. There we go. So there's that. That's going to go onto the Melon Mambo. So I'm just using my seal tape runner here. Put that on. You could obviously add some ribbon around that if you wanted to, and or dimensionals if you wanted some height. So my dimensionals are going to go on here, and I'm going to add just a little edge of pink. Not a great deal. Just like that. And then pop that in there. That's going to go on dimensionals. Which I have to hand. One, two, three. You could probably get away with two really on there. Just in there like that. And then just going to add a little bit of bling, and those are both done. So here I have got, right, it's the wrong green really. So this is red. This is sort of more old olive pear pizzazz. Okay, let's see. Now I've got some of these orange ones. These are from the holiday rhinestones, where you get 5 different colours. Just looking for my scissors to pick those up with. And we've got a red that might do it. It's not a like a poppy red, so I'm thinking I might get away with that looking like a sort of cherry cobbler colour. 2, 3, like that. Hopefully you can see that sparkle there. And then for this one here, I have got some Magenta Madness, which is a slightly different pink, but I think so I've got this one here. Oh, that would have worked nicely as well. That's Bumblebee. I think these delicate ones would be nicer. These are from the In Colour gems. So I'm just going to go delicate with those ones, I think. So let's get one in there. I might put one on the sentiment, and then one down here on the left, like so. They can go back in my little box, and we're all done. So I'm not risking going on too long in case this disappears again. So this is our finished card. from here. So sentiment in the middle, sorry, the words in the middle, and then the flowers, these lovely leaves from Forever Fern, and then the sentiment on there. And then this is with the same set of stamps but autumnal version. So I hope you like them. I think I'm going to add a little bit of Wink Costello on here, just to finish this off. And we are done. Oh, there it is. So just going to add a little bit on here. So that's blending that colour slightly but adding a little bit of sparkle. Do the same with this one. You can hear the police helicopter out again. And then this one here. There we go. 2 finished cards, same stamp sets, different components of those stamp sets, of course, but just to show you how you can just change the colours and completely change the look of the design. So thank you, Katie, and thank you, Tracy. So thanks for joining me this evening. Sorry this first one went a little bit awry. Hopefully it will have saved it, but if not, you'll have seen me do this second one here. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great weekend. I know it's only Thursday, but I won't be here live tomorrow. I will try and do a live at some point on Saturday from our Let's Get Creative event. I have no idea what time that will be, so just watch out for that, and obviously you'll be able to catch that later. So thanks for joining me this evening. Thanks for being patient if you got kicked off and had to rejoin, and I look forward to crafting with you again really soon. Take care of yourselves, look after your loved ones, and keep crafting. Thanks so much. Bye for now.